Some men just want to watch the world burn.
What's up, Berners? This edition of Bern Notice focuses on Hillary Clinton's email issue. To the Clinton supporters who may have run across this video, please hear me out before you pass judgment. First, let's introduce you to some people you may or may not know. Bradley Manning, Edward Snowden, and Thomas Drake. Drake is not as well known, but is very relevant and a key to this discussion. I will reference these people later. During the debates, both Clinton and Sanders agreed that Snowden should return to the U.S. to face prosecution for exposing government secrets. So both candidates have basically affirmed that people who break the rules of handling sensitive government information should be held accountable. When you're performing government business and referring to any details, it's supposed to be transmitted on official government channels corresponding to its classification level. This is to avoid and mitigate the loss of sensitive data and to detect a spill or breach if it has occurred. Please note there's also a channel for unclassified information. Anyone who has served in the military or any official government capacity where they have access to official information will tell you that not following these rules, even if by accident, have dire consequences. It's not just a matter of having your life turned upside down from investigations, but you face losing your job, prison time, and your life being destroyed. This brings us back to Manning, Snowden, and Drake. The reason Manning and Snowden are either imprisoned or wanted by the United States government is because they divulged sensitive information. Thomas Drake, on the other hand, was a whistleblower and asked for whistleblower protection for telling about misdeeds in the intelligence sector. His reward? Drake faced 5 charges under the Espionage Act, a 1917 piece of legislation intended to be used against spies. So why should Manning be in prison, Snowden be on the run, and Drake's life be in shambles if you aren't holding Hillary and any other person of power to the same standard? And let's not forget that not only is she trying to minimize her culpability, but she's running for president. We call this America's best export, the double standard. I'm making the argument about credibility. I stress that I think everyone who has done this, regardless of party status or anything else, should be called to the carpet. This would include Bernie Sanders if he was guilty of the same thing. Why do you think people were upset about that influenza team? It's because they know that a wealthy kid got away with an argument that no working class citizen would have been able to get away with. So do you honestly think that military members and everyday government employees would respect the person who got away with something that they would be crucified for? Do you accept that just because you have money, status, and political power that you should be immune from the consequences that everyday Americans face for the same actions? And do you think not just Hillary, but anyone who acts in such a way should be president? If you say yes, then the next time you complain about someone who gets preferential treatment, you should think of one more word that I want you to remember: hypocrisy.